Desire, again as Swami says, because of desire so many things have been lost. When you expound science, people are looking at cloning now. Do they realize the significance of creation first? Children, do they know? They know cloning, they know genetics, but they don't know the significance of creation. To accumulate materially, have they experienced the joy of giving? The desire for power and position. Do they know what humility is? What detachment is? Curious of creation using science. We all are curious now, not knowing the significance. So we have to add in the significance with curiosity. Swami has always asked us if education is for living, then are not the animals and birds living? Now today's school, we have to join together. You know, Swami says you will be like a necklace. So I was just thinking in our school, the teachers are all like each pearl, but the pearls unfortunately have to work hard so that all the pearls are meeting so that the thread can go in. You see, so for us to work in unity, we need to not think of cooperation and only looking at the goal, not at ourselves. And how to achieve this? We need to have a positive school climate, family involvement, improved teaching, student achievement. This is already there in the present curriculum and in all other schools. But how to make it different? These are our children. Daily this happens in our school. We sit in a circle and we start off with Sister Lorraine here. Starts out with the light meditation and then she draws out, she guides, facilitates. So this is what we do there. Children are not very interested in sitting on the chair. They like to sit closely. They say, teacher will make a circle. They are so used to group work that they don't realize that they want to be individual. They want to sit on their own. Now, human values, we did a workshop in the morning. This is what happens. You need to integrate all the subjects with EHV, with the theme, and make sure that everything draws. Finally, the child knows the information as well as the value. Now, 25 teachers were interviewed from 17 countries in Thailand when we went through the diploma program. Now, I did this personally myself. I sent out the questionnaire and the students replied. I compiled them. The response of the human values integrated learning, they gave this to us after 2 years. So they still remember the Satisai school. They said it was a wonderful and rare experience, blissful and serene atmosphere. It was a purification process, development of the desire to help others, motivation and inspiration to go on with my studies to become a teacher, understood the power of love, calmer, less emotional, more peaceful, negative to positive attitude, harmonious, cooperative efforts, along with the concern shown for our comforts, the life lived by my teachers, perfect examples worthy to be emulated, constant attention to spiritual values, lecturers were good examples, one student said cause for transformation was by good role model Dr. Adam Jumsai, natural setting, silence, daily prayers. Now if you look at the main points for Educare, these are the things that we need to now look into in our schools with our Vardika students. Silent sitting, teacher inspires, not complain, an atmosphere of peace, love, care, freedom, safety, student-centered approach, human values integration, students always kept happy and joyful. Socratic method is used to stimulate and draw values from within. Keep asking them questions to stimulate them, because even we realize that we are learning at the time. That's all in this system. Now the African school, when they introduced human values, this is what the educationist told. He told at the conference in Zambia, at the conference in Zambia, 100% graduation rate despite pupils coming from disadvantaged background, and despite the fact that the students being admitted in the Satyasai school were mostly branded indisciplined and rebellious. So you see, they came out with 100% graduation. Even with Swami's values integrated there, even with the EHV values integrated in the school. 100% graduation. In fact, most of the schools now look towards the school in Zambia, in Africa. Teachers teaching various subjects. Now, teachers who are teachers in the normal schools, we could focus on the objectives, the human values integrating learning concept, active participation motivation, the curriculum, participation of parents and community, and evaluation. I didn't tell you about this. When we did a pizza project with the children, after the whole thing was over, we learned that from mind mapping we found that when we asked them to bring the ingredients, the child had to think about the cost, so the cost was shared. So they learned sharing. And once the pizza was made, how did it look like? Some say like the world, beautiful green things in between. So you bring in there. Then, what else was there in the mind mapping? The evaluation. The teacher should observe during the project whether each child works or not, whether they're cooperative, and then we have to tell it slowly to the child that you have to work with the student, you know. So from that, by noting each child, you can help instead of looking together just so that the project gets over. And you got to realize that behind this project there's something big which they need to learn. Our children sometimes sit there, they are quite fortunate that they have nature with them. So sometimes the learning atmosphere is this. Like I said, they are very calm children, but academically we need to still improve and steps are being made. This is they do this because just next to our canteen we have the river and the children sometimes they go boating. I remember we had floods there in the Satyasai school during October, November. And you won't believe it, the first floor was completely filled with water. So the whole school got flooded. Everyone went away from the school. Children were sent back home. The next trip, October, people started bringing things up. They got worried. Computers, everything. And Dr. Jumsai said, you can do it, but nobody is moving from the school during the flood. Let's face it, let's use the boat, and let's enjoy the flood. Let's enjoy water. Let us become courageous. I'm scared of water. I sometimes think, I hope I'm not there during the time. Now this is the final, you see, I've heard many people doing meditation. I also did meditation, but when the Gurukula came, I said, Swami, I also want to know what meditation is. And what happened was, in the ancient Gurukulas, the teacher will discuss the topic. Suppose we take biology, and then we want to find an answer. The teacher used to prompt the students to go back and in their silent moments think about that. So they think about it and they come with an answer. So then they discuss, each of them discuss in a group what the answer was. So what happened was the child was led to silent moments again and again for each subject, each question. And the answer may be right or not. We don't know, but finally they practice silent sitting there calm. They go through the process. And for 3 or 4 days I said, okay, let me be calm and see whether I can get the answer. You won't believe this word Bhushan came. I didn't know what Bhushan is. I really didn't know. I asked a North Indian there what Bhushan is. And he said, Gurukula, Bhu stands for the earth. Shan is the glory. Glory of the earth. And then I saw 3 words, one source, one unity, one power. What is one source? I had to think about it. Is the divine source. We have to fall back on the divinity within us. One unity, humanity. All of us have to become one. One power, only love. So this is the Gurukula, the journey. There were so many things written. I woke up because my meditation is not strong enough. I had to sit for longer hours. I saw so many things written there very clearly, but what we need to realize, the answers are there. It's given to us when we want it. How do we get it? How do we get children to get it? And if we do this with our subject, we don't have to do it every day, at least for a short while. So that's the end of the Gurukula. I thank one and all. Sai Ram.